Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Today we are going to talk about some technology hacks that you need to know about to improve your Disney World vacation. There's lots of technology available to you that you can use to really plus up and enhance your experience, and we want you to know about it. We want you to use it because we really do think it'll give you a better overall vacation. Okay, let's get started. First up, mobile order. I know you hear me harp on it all the time, you guys, but what mobile order does is you order through your app, and then when you get to the restaurant, you don't have to wait in line. You just go to the mobile order pickup area. You let them know you're there, and they'll make your food immediately. So while there may be a couple of other people waiting for mobile order, it's not the long lines that you have over on the regular lines for that restaurant. So you do get to skip the line. It's great. Load it onto your phone and mobile order practice, because you can practice it at home. You don't have to wait till you get in the parks. You can actually open your My Disney Experience app, click on the mobile order little order food thing, and go ahead and pretend to order some food. Don't actually order it because you're not actually going to go eat it today. But you can pretend so that you know how it works. So when you're in the middle of the park and you're starving, you remember and you can use mobile order because you have the experience of it. Don't forget, you can check out menus through the app, including secret menus. There are a couple of restaurants who have secret mobile order only menus. So that's really fun that you're able to access that and check that out. Kind of an incentive from Disney for you to use mobile order. And you'll go ahead and order, you'll pay for your meal or snack. And don't forget, you can actually use your Disney dining plan to purchase your mobile order meal. You can't use any other discounts, but you can use your Disney dining plan to purchase it now. And then you just let them know that you're there, and you'll be able to go pick it up as soon as it's ready. And it'll tell you in the app when it's ready. So everything's pretty seamless and easy. So restaurants that have mobile order include Aloha Isle, Casey's Corner, Columbia Harbor House, Cosmic Rays, Pecos Bills, Pinocchio Village House, the Lunching Pad in Tomorrowland Terrace in Magic Kingdom. In Epcot, it's Electric Umbrella and Liberty Inn. In Hollywood Studios, ABC Commissary, Backlot Express, Catalina Eddie's Fairfax Fair, Rosie's All-American Cafe, and Woody's Lunchbox. Animal Kingdom has Flame Tree Barbecue, Harambe Market, Pete Safari, Restaurantosaurus, and Satuli Canteen. Disney Springs has Deluxe Burger, and Caribbean Beach Resort currently has Spyglass Grill. And Centertown Market might be on there as well. This is probably my favorite technology hack that Disney has introduced so far. I think it's awesome. Next up, another great technology hack that I've heard a lot of people use this, is the fuel rod system. So fuel rods are basically portable and swappable chargers for your electronic devices. But what's interesting about this is that they are replaceable. So if you get one from a fuel rod station, there's little kind of kiosks set up, little automated box that you go and you get a fuel rod. Once it's used up, once that charger is all used up, you can take it back to any other fuel rod kiosk and replace it for a fully charged charger. So each park has several fuel rod machines where you can purchase a fuel rod that will come with all the adapters you need, USB to micro USB, the 30-pin Apple cable, Lightning to USB cable, and once you've purchased it, you can swap them out for a fully charged one at any time. If anything goes wrong, their customer service is really great from what I'm hearing. And you can also find fuel rod locations in airports and some shopping locations. So it's not just a Disney World purchase. You can actually use and replace these multiple other locations. They can also be recharged via outlet. So if you can't find a fuel rod location to swap yours out, you can recharge it with an outlet if you just want to keep the same one the whole time you're at Disney World. Okay, the next technology hack that you've got to use to improve your trip is, of course, My Disney Experience. There's several things you can do through My Disney Experience through the app on your phone that make it nearly impossible to not use it. A few of our favorite things you can do through the My Disney Experience app. You can check wait times at all the rides. This is super useful. They are real-time wait times. You can be on one side of the park and figure out how long Pirates of the Caribbean ride wait time is. You can find out how long the Teacups wait time is. You can find out how long Mine Train's wait time is. So it's really useful. Instead of having to walk all the way over to the other side of the park, you can get that real-time data right there in the palm of your hand. This is also super helpful if you're considering hopping over to another park, because if the one you're in is a little too crowded, the wait times are getting a little high, probably another park is getting a little less crowded and the wait times are a little bit lower. So it's definitely good to sort of check that out, see which one makes the most sense to hop over to. If you're looking for the wait times on your My Disney Experience, it's that map on the landing screen. The first thing you see, you just sort of zoom in on that and find the park you're looking for, and you can see all the wait times. You can also click the little button at the top and it'll pull down the wait times and you can see them listed instead of having to look at them on the map. The next bit of technology that we love to use when we're in Walt Disney World is OpenTable.com. Now, I know I've been talking about OpenTable a lot lately. I don't work for them. They don't pay me to talk about them, but what's crazy is I really do think that it's useful to know that a lot of these Disney World restaurants can be found on OpenTable.com because you don't get charged a fee if you cancel through OpenTable.com within a cancellation window. So you don't have a cancellation window for OpenTable, and you don't get charged a fee even if you're a no-show. And B, sometimes Disney World's reservation system will tell me there's no reservations available for a restaurant, but I will be able to find reservations on OpenTable for that restaurant. So that's kind of a last-ditch effort. If you can't find a Morimoto Asia on the Disney World website reservation system, you might find it through OpenTable. But note, as always, that OpenTable does kind of boot you out if you have 3 no-show dining reservations. So if you have 3 no-show dining reservations, you won't be able to use that particular email address any longer. You'll have to use a different email address or stop making reservations through OpenTable. So while there is no cancellation fee, you do either have to show or cancel, but note that there's no cancellation window. You can also cancel right before your reservation. So there are several restaurants that do have OpenTable.com reservations, including STK, Wine Bar George, The Boathouse, which is a really popular restaurant in Raglan Road, Flying Fish, Terralina Crafted Italian, Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill, Morimoto Asia, Jico, Big River Grill, and several more. So if you just go into kind of the Walt Disney World area in the OpenTable app, you'll be able to see all the ones that are listed. Another technology hack you're probably going to need for your Disney trip is the Lyft app. Lyft or Uber, but we prefer Lyft because Lyft allows you to get those minivans. So if you aren't planning on bringing your own car to Disney World, or you have an early breakfast reservation, or you're doing an early morning magic, you're doing after hours and it goes kind of past 12:30, you're doing a lot of hopping between resorts or a lot of park hopping, having a rideshare app on your phone is going to come in really handy. Now, of course, you can always take taxi cabs, but sometimes it's a lot more convenient to be able to schedule that ride while you're leaving the park. And of course, if you have kiddos and you're a little uncomfortable riding in a Lyft or an Uber, something where they maybe don't have car seats, you can't count on those car seats, you're going to want to consider the minivans, which is a Lyft operated but Disney run ride sharing service. So these are those Chevy Traverses that you see driving around that literally look like Minnie Mouse. They have polka dots all over them. All the drivers are Disney World employees, longtime Disney World employees usually, and they have 2 really, really great high-end car seats that you can use for your kiddos. And these car seats get changed out regularly. Every time I've used them, they've been extremely clean, high-end. You can tell that these are just excellently maintained and changed out regularly. So I have no qualms at all about having my kid ride in a minivan car seat. Also, you have the situation where you can sort of maybe trust the driver a little bit more because they are Disney cast members. I don't know why that makes sense, but in my head it does. Also, the Disney cast members tend to know where they're going on Disney property. They've been trained to drive around Disney property, so they may get you someplace a little bit faster than a Lyft or an Uber driver would. Another technology hack you need to know about is the Play Disney Parks app. This is Disney's second app. This is the one that has lots of little games to play while you're in line and queue lines, lots of games to play while you're sort of waiting for dinner or on the bus, stuff like that. So this is the one you're going to download for your kids to play and keep them entertained while you are waiting in those long lines, doing all that transportation, etc. While we're usually not advocates of like the constant iPad and phone use at Walt Disney World, these activities can be played with multiple players so you can all play with your whole family. So that's kind of fun. At least you're doing something together, right? And the app also features Disney trivia, so it can be a lot of fun, and maybe you'll learn a few new facts about Disney World. And finally, the last technology hack we don't want you to forget about is that 4th FastPass. Now, everybody knows you can book 3 FastPasses per day at 60 or 30 days in advance of your trip. But once you're done with those 3 FastPasses, you can actually book more FastPasses. A lot of people don't realize this. So after you use up your first 3 FastPasses, you can go ahead and keep booking them as long as the park is still open and there are FastPasses available. You do have to use up all of the original FastPasses that you booked. And once you do, you'll get a little pop-up that says some of your guests are eligible for another FastPass. You can do this in your My Disney Experience app. And you can also go to the FastPass kiosks to book your 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th FastPasses. But note that after the first 3, you can only reserve 1 FastPass at a time. So you have to use that 4th one before you can get the 5th one. So if you hack this one really well and the parks aren't crazy busy, you can actually get a lot of FastPasses in one day. So there are some of our favorite technology hacks that you need to know about for Walt Disney World. We have another video here that is all of our favorite apps to use at Walt Disney World too. So hopefully these two videos together will help you out with your planning and help you out while you're there to make sure that you stay on top of everything you need to ensure your best trip ever. Okay, everybody, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.